Today we're going to be checking out the Sennheiser MKE200 directional microphone for use on a DSLR or mirrorless camera or even an iPhone or Android device. In fact, I'm recording the audio of this video using the MKE200, which is mounted directly on top of my iPhone here. I've got an iPhone stand on a Manfrotto Pixie tabletop tripod with a hot shoe mount, or rather a cold shoe mount, which enables me to mount it in a compact way that I can even use for a vlogging type situation. So the audio that you're listening to right now is coming directly out of this microphone for your own reference. The idea behind a directional microphone is that it eliminates the sound coming in from the sides and the back of the microphone, focusing on the audio directly in front. So this is really well suited for vlogging or travel type videos where you're trying to capture your own audio and you have the microphone positioned maybe 50 centimeters to 80 centimeters away, as I have in this recording. As you push back further to 1 or 2 meters, you start to introduce more noise and it really doesn't sound as good as you're pushing further back. So for me, this microphone is really ideally suited for those up close and personal type of videos. In terms of the audio quality, the microphone, as you can hear, sounds absolutely fantastic as it is directly out of the camera. I haven't applied any post-production EQ, so this is exactly what the microphone will sound like, as it did with the earlier recording you heard indoors. Now, I've placed the microphone on top of my Canon EOS R. It's on the hot shoe mount, and I'm standing back at about 80 centimeters away from the camera. I've been able to get as close as this because I'm using a wide 24mm lens. Now, for those of you that like to use longer lenses, you'll find yourself having to stand back around 1 to 2 meters. And as you do stand further away from the camera, you'll notice that the voice loses its impact and it's just not as direct and immediate. So it's not quite as practical and usable a microphone for those situations. In which case, I'd probably recommend that you use a lapel microphone if you are standing further away from the camera. And I have reviewed a number of lapel microphones, and I'll leave a link to some of those in the description box below. As you heard earlier with the indoor test, it has a very full and responsive sound, a little bit of bias towards the mid-range, and probably not as much bass as I would normally like, but something you can certainly take care of with a little bit of EQ in post-production. One of its true strengths though is when you use it outdoors, because you can take advantage of the built-in windshield, which helps eliminate wind noise. There's also an additional furry windshield for those situations where you have extreme wind in the environment really interfering with your recording, can help reduce that noise even further. And there's also built-in shock absorption so that when you're moving around in a vlog type situation, you can minimize camera handling noises. In terms of what you get inside the box, you get the microphone itself along with 2 cables, a TRS and a TRRS cable, allowing you to connect it to the most broad range of cameras and mobile devices. I really like the coil design of the cable. It makes them nice and compact and virtually tangle free, and you can expand them up to around 80 centimeters, which gives you enough range to pretty much attach it to any accessory. There's also a twist locking mechanism that locks the cable into the microphone to prevent it from falling out. So it's a really well designed cable. And as I mentioned, you get 2 of them, one for mobile phones and the other for usage on cameras. You also get a carry pouch for when you're taking it out and about to avoid scratching the unit. And there's also an additional furry windshield for those extra windy days. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified of up and coming video releases. If you have any comments or questions on what you've seen today, feel free to put them in the comments box below. See you on the next one. Bye for now.